Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I will be doing an acrylic application, and for the nail design, I was actually inspired to do this design from another nail artist, and she is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure if she is the one who created this look because I found it on Pinterest, and you know how Pinterest is. You can like save and share the post over and over and over again, and then it kind of gets lost as to who was the original creator, but I'm pretty sure it is this one nail artist that I follow, so I will leave her details in the description below so that way you guys can check her out, because I don't think I've seen anybody else do a lot of designs the way she does. And in the design that she created, I'll try to clip a picture of it at the top, that way you can see it as well. I fell in love with the index finger of the nail, so I wanted to recreate it. But for right now, I'm just going to show you my acrylic application, and then we'll talk more about the nail design later. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I spent a lot of time chasing my acrylic beads around the form because they were just running everywhere. And a lot of that has to do with the temperature of my room. Since we are approaching the cool winter season, the acrylic bead tends to get runnier, and there's really nothing I could do about that. Unfortunately, in my apartment, the heat just doesn't heat up the room where I do nails. So in the winter seasons, I have to deal with more runnier beads, and then in the summertime, the beads tend to be a lot drier and cure a lot faster, so I have to make it work. But whenever I do acrylic, I always use my Pana acrylic brush in size 16. I'm also using the Not Polish clear acrylic this time, just because with the design, I go completely over it in jelly brown polish, so there was really no point in wasting my Valentino cover acrylics, especially since I'm going to be using a jelly polish over it. I want it to look jelly and not look so pigmented, and I knew that if I used Valentino's acrylic underneath it, then for sure it would have came out a lot more pigmented than I wanted. So I'm using the Not Polish acrylic in clear, and then I'm also using Not Polish monomer. Now, I do want to mention this because I did forget to mention it at the beginning of the video, that prior to my acrylic application, I had already put on my Macart Peel It Off base coat, which I use in every single video. I just don't show it sometimes, but you'll notice that my fingernails are always shiny before I do any Gel X or acrylic application, and that's just because every single design that I do is a pop-off set. I do have two little boys that I don't plan on stabbing them in the skin with my super long nails, so I always pop these off whenever I am done with the design. So in order to do that, I always use Macart's Peel It Off base coat. It has not damaged my nails. I've been using this for a year, I think. Definitely almost a year. no damage to the nail, super easy to remove, so I absolutely love it. Anything that I do use in this video, you will be able to find in my Amazon storefront. So if I forget to mention a product that I'm using, just click the link in the description to get to my Amazon storefront. And I have everything organized there, separated from nail art, gel X, acrylic, and so on. That way everything is pretty easy to find. Once I finished my acrylic application, I went ahead with my 5-in-1 carbide bit by Melody Susie to start shaping the nail and removing some of the bulk. Anytime I am shaping my nails with my e-file, I always go underneath the sidewalls because it's just the quickest way to clean those up. And I do go in with my hand file to really make them straight and sharp, but if you're gonna be removing a lot of product from the sidewalls, it's best to just use your e-file the way I'm doing it right here, and it saves up a lot of time. Whenever I use my e-file with my carbide bit, I always go at a speed of 15 RPMs, and then after this, I actually go in with my hand file, and I use a 100 grit, not a 180, a 100. I used to use a 180 and I just don't do that anymore. I find that my nails look sharper and cleaner, and it gets the job done a lot faster with a 100 grit versus a 180. And I'm not trying to be here forever doing my nails. If you know what I mean, then you completely get it, because sometimes these sets take forever. So the faster I can get the job done, the better. Then after I go in with my hand file, the very last thing I do to shape my nails is I take a 180 grit sanding band to smooth the surface of the nail. That way everything looks really, really smooth and there's no patches in my acrylic when I put my polish over it. Once everything was said and done, I was able to start the nail art. So the first thing I'm doing is taking this jelly polish by Goy, and I'm applying this to all 5 nails. I only use 1 coat of this polish. Now the thing with jelly polish is that it's so sheer, you have to get the coats as even as possible. That way you don't get any streaks in your polish. So that's one thing to keep in mind whenever you're using jelly polish of any kind. It doesn't matter the brand. Now, while I was taking a little break from the voiceover, I went and found the original nail artist who created this design that I'm about to put a picture of up at the top. Her name is Hatton Nails, Hatton Nails. I absolutely love every single design that she does. She does maximalist nails, okay? But not with our times. And what I mean by not with our times is her nails remind me of those old castle movies, and they wear the beautiful dresses, beautiful nails of those times. But she's so pulling it off. I love it. Definitely go check her out. Give her a follow if you love nails, or you're a nail enthusiast. Show her some support because her designs are just incredible. Okay, I'll stop. So after I went ahead and put the jelly polish on all 5 nails, I airbrushed this shade of Apres yellow gel polish onto every single nail. But it was a complete fail because when I airbrushed the polish, it came out almost white, and I needed it to be this shade of yellow. You probably can't tell so much on the screen, but when I was looking at it, I was devastated because I didn't know what to do at that point. So what I end up doing after this French on this nail is I do go back and just start ombreing the yellow gel polish upward on the nail, and you'll see what I mean by that in a second, because I really wanted the yellow to stick out and not white. Right here you can see what I mean by the original shade looking a lot more white than yellow, because towards the top of the ombre it definitely looks white, but I mean that's okay, we're gonna make it work. So what I do next is I take this brown shade by Beetles. Now listen, I know if you've been on TikTok, I know that there's so much shade going on about Beetles gel polish. Now I've never had a reaction to it, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're completely safe because I've never had a reaction. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that we don't have an SDS sheet for the gel polish, and the one SDS sheet that we are able to find is only for the clear top coat, which doesn't necessarily need as many photo initiators to cure it because it's clear. It's not pigmented. So of course the photo initiators are gonna be less than 1. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to TikTok and type in Beetles controversy. A bunch of videos will pop up. However, I've never had a reaction, like I said, and I'm not just gonna toss out all of my Beetles gel polish, but I will take this as my sign to invest in better quality polishes. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, just never really did because I wanted to invest in other things. But now that I've started this YouTube journey, and it's been about a year now since I've started my channel, I think I'm reaching that point where I can definitely invest in better polishes. So like I said, just keep that in mind if you're going to be purchasing beetles. Use your own judgment. You don't always have to go with the crowd. You can do what is best for you. Just do that at your own risk, as always. You know, it doesn't matter what products you use. Some products are safer than other products, and do your research. That's the best advice that I can give, is to just do your research and use your own judgment. Now it was time for the chrome design. The chrome design, I feel, is what really brought the entire nail set to life. So I'm really glad that I added chrome design, just like the original picture. I do have a previous video detailing exactly how I like to do my chrome, so I'll put a link to that in the top right corner right now so that you guys can click on that if you want to see that. Otherwise, I just take some black gel polish, make a thin line, cure it for 15 seconds, and then add my chrome right on top. Like I said, if you want to know the nitty-gritty details about it, you guys can click the link above. Otherwise, just watch and enjoy. If you guys have been with me for a while, you'll notice that as of recently, I jumped from nail to nail. When I first started creating content or just doing nails in general, I used to focus on completing one nail at a time. So like anything I had to do with my index finger, I did it all. Then I would move to my middle finger. Then I would move to my ring finger. And I stopped doing that because it just takes forever. You trust me, guys, don't do it that way. I realized how much faster I was when I did everything in once. Here's what I mean. Anything that I need to do chrome, I do all at once on all the nails. Anything that I need to do that's a French, I do that all at once on all the nails. And if I have to go from my pinky to my ring finger, from my thumb to my middle finger, do it that way. And that's gonna save you a lot of time and a lot of mess. And it's just way easier to do and less stressful than if you're gonna complete your designs by going one finger at a time. So just a little quick tip if you guys were trying to get a little bit faster with your nail art. After I did everything in like a basic flat chrome, where it's just like a 2D type of chrome, I did the rest in a 3D chrome. So the way I do my 3D chrome is I mix black gel polish with Makart's Sculpted gel paint, and it gives it more of a 3D effect. And then I cure that for 30 seconds and then I add my chrome. The very last thing I did was add some gems to the design. Now look at this beautiful rose. It was absolutely stunning. I got it off of Amazon, and what I bought comes in a pack of 4, but this was absolutely my favorite pack because it comes with like different crosses and roses. It even had the Virgin Mary in there. It was absolutely adorable. I always love doing this, by the way, like smacking the gem a little bit, because I used to have this really old UV handheld light and it never cured it correctly. So if I accidentally smacked my hand on something, the gems would fall off. But with this light, I literally don't have that problem. And you can't just stick your hand inside the lamp because sometimes the gems move, just like this bow kept moving. So having a handheld light is really, really useful. And I highly recommend this UV handheld light if you're in need of one. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. I absolutely love the brown with the rose on the index finger. It looks so cute. But I think I'm going to start posting a lot more festive videos since we are approaching Thanksgiving and Christmas. That way you guys can get some ideas for your own design. I'll see you in the next video.